It's 5 a.m. on Sunday, May 26, 2013, off the coast of Nigeria. The Jascon 4, which is a 110-foot tugboat, had been called in to help stabilize an oil tanker that was packed to the brim with thousands of gallons of crude oil. The weather was absolutely horrible. Wind and rain had caused massive ocean swells, putting the oil tanker at a high risk of capsizing. On board the Jascon 4 were 12 men, one of which was 29-year-old chef Harrison Okini. So it's 5 a.m. Harrison had just woken up and was about to start making breakfast for his crewmates and captain. Still in his underwear, he walked to the bathroom to get ready for the day. Moments later, a massive wave hit the right side of the boat, which broke part of the hull off, flipping the Jascon 4 on its side. Harrison ran out of the bathroom and towards the emergency hatch where 3 of his crewmates were already attempting to seal it off. Before Harrison could get there, a wall of freezing water slammed into the 3 men, sweeping them off into the dark abyss. Harrison later said in an interview, the scene was so gruesome he immediately knew the men had died. Harrison ran back to the only safe place he could find, the bathroom. He felt the boat completely flip over and begin to sink to the bottom of the ocean floor. Luckily, Harrison found a 4-foot wide air pocket that he used to breathe in as the boat sank, finally landing on the floor of the Atlantic Ocean 100 feet below. Close your eyes and try to envision this. It's pitch black, you have nothing on but underwear, you're treading freezing cold seawater, you know you're at the bottom of the ocean floor with no food, no water, you feel things touching you that you can't see, you have no ability to tell time, everyone assumes you're dead, you know you'll eventually run out of air, and 100% convinced you're going to die. Like how that's my worst nightmare. Nigerian rescue crews were immediately notified, but because of the bad weather, there really wasn't much they could do. Nearly 3 days passed. Harrison's skin and tongue began to peel off his body because of the seawater. Crayfish were nibbling at his waterlogged skin. He could feel unidentified sea creatures bumping into his legs, and he could hear the thrashing sound of fish and sharks and other sea creatures eating the bodies of his crewmates. Harrison focused on celebrating the small wins, like finding a wash bin and some wood that he could lean on. He found a bottle of Coca-Cola to drink and a can of sardines to eat. Harrison said he spent his time on the floor of the ocean thinking of his family and praying. 3 days later, a team of South African divers arrived at the wreckage. Their only goal at the time, to recover bodies. At 7:30 p.m. on the 3rd day of his ordeal, Harrison heard the sound of banging metal. He grabbed a metal faucet that he had found from a sink and started banging as loud as he could to attract whatever it was that he was hearing. A few minutes later, he saw the flashlight of a diver. Surprisingly, though, the diver didn't hear Harrison banging. So when Harrison tapped his shoulder as he swam by, it nearly scared the life out of him. Seriously, imagine being that diver, swimming around in the pitch black ocean floor, thinking that you're there to find dead bodies, and then getting tapped on the shoulder. Absolutely not. Watch this clip of the actual rescue.
He's alive, he's alive. Okay, keep him there, keep him there. All right, just, all right, just hold him there, okay? Just keep him there. All right, just keep him there and keep him calm, okay? All right, just reassure him, pat him on the shoulder. Okay. All right. All right. Right, let's get that hat on his head so we can reduce the CO2, please. Just want you to keep calm, okay? Are you feeling okay? Are you sore? Have you got any injuries? Okay. What's your name? Harrison. Okay, Harrison. My name is Colby. Okay, and I'm going to bring you home, okay? You mustn't take your hat off, okay? Let's just breathe nicely, yeah? Okay. All right, let's go. You hold your umbilical and you listen to me, okay? All right, we're going now.
After Harrison's rescue, they couldn't go straight to the surface. You see, he had so much nitrogen in his lungs that he would have died at the ocean's surface. So he was taken into a chamber where he spent another 60 hours reacclimating. Finally, on June 1st, Harrison arrived at the hospital. He was dehydrated, weak, and starving, but alive. For years after Harrison's ordeal, he was petrified of water. His wife said he would wake up in the middle of the night screaming that they were sinking. Harrison took a job as a chef on land at a restaurant and tried to recover from his trauma. But by 2015, he was still suffering terribly from PTSD, so he did the unthinkable. He decided to face his fear head on and become a rescue diver. Yup, you heard me right. 2 years after being rescued, Harrison became an IMCA Class II commercial air diver. Harrison said he takes great comfort in knowing that he can now help others who are going through similar experiences.